YouTube, it's Andy again, and today we are going to review a fragrance which is a timeless fragrance and which has a very rich history associated with it. The fragrance that we are going to review today is Canoe by Dana. You can pronounce it whatever way you want to, but it's Canoe by Dana. Canoe refers to that boat. This fragrance is available since very long. It's truly a blast from the past. And I have two bottles available for this fragrance. I'll show you both of them. This is the latest bottle. It's a metallic blue colored bottle. This fragrance has been around for so long that there are so many variations available for this fragrance. So it's a silver metallic bottle, Canoe by Dana, with different flags on the front, and you open the box and this is the bottle. It's golden yellow colored juice, transparent bottle with a sticker on top. The sticker is also metallic. Very simple bottle. And here's the sprayer. So this is the latest bottle. This is a 30 ml EDT spray that I ordered from fragrancebuy.ca, the Canadian discounter, for 20 bucks I think. And this is the old bottle from the 1960s. I scored this bottle off eBay. This is not an EDT, this is an EDC. This is not readily available. If you want to buy the vintage version, you'll have to go to eBay. And here's the bottle. It's a 100 ml bottle. And this does not have a sprayer because this is a splash on. No sprayer, this is a splash on, the vintage version. As you can see, this is the ad for this fragrance. The tagline is the essence of an adventurous lifestyle. And this indeed is a very fresh and airy fragrance. Something about this fragrance, the moment you smell it, you close your eyes and you imagine beautiful outdoor scenes. Like it literally, it feels as if you're in a canoe on a lake. So the name is perfect for this fragrance, Canoe. It really smells like the outdoors. It's very beautiful, very fresh. And this fragrance won the Fifi Award in 1997. So this fragrance has had a lot of impact. And the good thing, or the unique thing about this fragrance is that this fragrance was initially launched as a feminine fragrance, and later it started being marketed as a men's fragrance. So if there's truly a unisex fragrance, this is it. Initially launched as a women's scent and now being sold as a men's scent. Canoe Dana was created for women in 1936 as a fresh perfume, opposite to Tabu Dana, and it could be seen in ad posters. So these are some pre-World War ads for this fragrance, and as you can see, this was initially marketed in 1936 as a women's scent. Some more ads for this fragrance from the pre-World War era In 1936, it was marketed as a women's scent, as is evident by these posters. Now, since 1960s, in the US, it started to be advertised as a masculine cologne and aftershave lotion. While in Europe and South America, the fragrance was still advertised as a light and fresh fragrance for women. So 1960s onwards, USA started selling it as a masculine fragrance, whereas Europe and Latin America, they still held on to this fragrance as a women's scent. But this changed in the 90s. Since the 1990s, Canoe Dana is advertised as a masculine fragrance worldwide. Now guys, you know, fragrances are not gender based, in the sense fragrances are not men's fragrances or women's fragrances. It's just a marketing ploy. This fragrance is marketed for men, this fragrance is marketed for women. Now Canoe, it's been marketed as a women's scent, and now it's marketed as a men's scent. So that goes on to show us that fragrances do not have any gender associations. Fragrances are pretty much unisex, you know. I know a lot of females who wear men's perfume and a lot of men who enjoy women's perfume. So please do not, if you really love a women's scent and if you can carry it off, go ahead and use it. Don't feel shy. Oh, it's a women's fragrance, I don't want to use it. No, go ahead and use it. In fact, Dolce and Gabbana light blue for women, I love that. You know, my wife used to wear it, and I used to love it so much that I used to wear it. And I used to enjoy it throughout the day. I used to get compliments. So fragrances do not have any gender associations. It's the way you perceive them. So this fragrance started off as a women's fragrance, and now it's marketed as a men's fragrance. So it's very safe to say that Canoe Dana is in effect a unisex fragrance. More ads for Canoe Dana by Dana. Now, this fragrance was originally released in the year 1936. The perfumer for this fragrance is Jean Carlet. The packaging has been created by Marc Rosen. The fragrance family in which this fragrance falls is Aromatic Fougere. Top notes: lavender, lemon and Clary Sage. Middle notes: Carnation, Bourbon Geranium, Cloves, Cedar and Patchouli. Base notes: vanilla, Heliotrope, Tonka Bean, Oakmoss and Musk. The company which markets this fragrance is Dana Classics. Now, the name Dana has significance. Dana is a perfume house that was founded in Spain in 1932. The company was started by Javier Serra, who was formerly the executive of a different Spanish perfume house. Shortly after the company opened, Javier Serra moved it to Paris. When France became occupied by Germany in 1940, the company moved again, this time to the United States. The company was named after Danae, the mother of Perseus in Greek mythology. Her name, the goddess Danae, is a symbol for feminine beauty. The company's name was later changed to Dana Classics, which it still remains to this date. And many of the original scents have been updated and are still sold today. So this is a true timeless classic fragrance. You've seen the notes breakdown. It's a beautiful, balanced, versatile, timeless fragrance. It has the right amount of sweetness that you can wear it in the cooler weather. It has the right amount of freshness that you can wear it in the hot weather. So it's a very versatile and balanced scent. I get lavender, Clary Sage. I get cloves, a hint of spices, cloves, and vanilla. You'll pick up loads of vanilla from this fragrance, but this is a fresh vanilla, not a heavy vanilla, and not overly sweet. A very balanced fragrance, and it's beautiful. And as I stated earlier, when you smell this fragrance, it makes you feel as if you're outdoors. You're in a canoe in the middle of a water body, and fresh breeze is blowing against your face. That's the beauty of this fragrance. This fragrance is indeed a unisex fragrance. You know, if any fragrance could be called a unisex, this is it. It was launched as a female scent, then in 1990s it was marketed as a men's scent. So this is a unisex fragrance. When it comes to performance, it is slightly below average. It will give you good performance for the first 3 hours, then mediocre performance for the next 2 hours. So it will last on your skin for about 5 hours. People will be able to smell it on you, but then in the next hour it falls off, it dies down. After 6 hours you won't find any trace of this fragrance. So the life would be 5 hours for this fragrance. You can make it project more by using more sprays, but this is a below average performer. When it comes to seasons, time and occasion, this is very versatile, very versatile. You can use it in the summers, you can use it in winters, you can use it in the fall season, you can use it in the spring. This is a very versatile fragrance. You can use it in the daytime, you can use it in the nighttime. When it comes to casual and formal, I can use it in formal settings, but probably I'll use much more special scents for formal occasions. So I would always use it for a casual occasion, never for a formal occasion. But it's a very balanced scent, right amount of sweetness for winters, right amount of freshness for summers. Very well balanced. Oh my goodness, just have a look. So many different iterations of this fragrance. This has been around from 1939. What else can you imagine? So many different packages, so many different bottles, bottle shapes, bottle stickers. This fragrance has really been around. It's truly a veteran. And so many gift sets available for this fragrance, as you can see. It's truly a classic. If there's a fragrance which can be called a classic, Canoe by Dana is a classic. This fragrance is very similar to Avon's Wild Country, a fragrance which has been discontinued. It is very similar to Jour de Cologne Ambush by Dana, which has again been discontinued. It's very similar to Pinard Clubman Aftershave Lotion and Brut Musk. So these are all mostly discontinued fragrances. Thankfully, Canoe is still in production. I tried comparing these two fragrances and I discovered a very strange thing. This is a EDC from 1960s and this is a EDT from 2021. The EDT lasts slightly longer than the vintage EDC. This one lasts maximum 3 hours and it's gone. This one stays on your skin for 5 hours. So no need to go for the vintage one. You can safely go for the latest reformulation of Canoe Dana. And as I told you earlier, 30 ml for around about 15-20 Canadian dollars. It's a good fragrance if you like it. It has that Scandinavian vibe to it. Open green, open spaces, large water bodies. It's very fresh and liberating sort of scent. So Do try this. I'm sure you'll like it. It's very difficult to dislike something like this. It's so versatile. So try Canoe Dana. It's been in the market since 1939 and there's a reason for that. So try it and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Highly recommended. Thank you so much for watching this content, and if you do like the content, please do consider subscribing. Shalom.